Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents of pop culture just to see how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen, we are here. These are my sentencing predictions for Jonathan Majors. As you recall, back in December, he was convicted of third degree reckless assault and also harassment in the second degree. Now, we know that the harassment in the second degree is a violation and he will pay a fine. He probably will pay up anywhere upward from $250 to $500. So that is a given. What is not a given is what is happening with this third degree reckless assault. Now, for that charge, he faces up to a year in jail, 3 years probation, fines up to $1,000, and restitution up to $15,000. The order of protection that is in place continues, and he will have a criminal record. Now, the pundits have said that they don't see him getting any jail time or anything like that. Now, that and all well may be true, but for some reason, I think that the prosecution is going to ask for the maximum. And what does that mean? I think that the prosecution is going to ask for Jonathan Majors to spend a year in jail, pay that $1,000 fine, and also pay that 15,000 restitution. If we have seen anything in regards to coming from Alvin Bragg's office, is that the office itself is working on these quote unquote domestic violence issues, and they are saying that they are working for or making sure that victims have justice. And so, since we see that the Foss case didn't allow for him to have that, and also there was another domestic violence case against a basketball player that I haven't seen any more information in regards to what was going on with that. So they got a quote unquote win with this Jonathan Majors case. So I think that they are going to ask for the maximum. Now, it all depends on Judge Gaffey and whether or not he is going to do that, particularly when this is Jonathan Majors' first offense or anything like that. But what we have found out in regards to Judge Gaffey and what's going on with this case is that uh, we see a lot of different things that are going on. Number one, Judge Gaffey's predecessor is part of the program that Grace Jabari is championing on her Instagram and on her social media. As for helping her, we see that Judge Gaffey's predecessor is the one that's running this foundation. We also possibly see where there's certain connections going on with that in regards to um, the prosecution and any campaign information going on with that and provided to the campaign and funds provided to this particular nonprofit that Grace Jabari says that is helping her. So I am seeing that the judge in because the Judge Gaffey's predecessor has possibly uh, championed for Judge Gaffey to get the position that he's in or to become the judge. I am seeing that because of these types of ties, that they're going to be asking for the maximum for Jonathan Major. So that means that we're going to see him, it's going to be asked for him to have a year in jail plus 3 years probation plus the fines, plus the $15,000 restitution, plus the order of protection to stay in place. This is what I'm seeing because there are social and political ties where that we can see on cursory type situations, but we don't have any proof that they are actually things that are going on. Okay. So, what do I see with Jonathan Majors at this sentencing? I do see that the prosecution is going to ask for the max. And I do see Judge Gaffey being pressured to give him the max, not only because he's a celebrity, but because he is a black man and because we know that there is big business and people going to prison because they can use them if you understand what's going on with your constitution, if you understand what's going on with a lot of different things, even though they seem to be high up in the air and it doesn't make any sense. There's big business in putting men, women, and even children in prison. There's big business. And there's big business in making sure that those particular people have the highest number of the highest years possible because that's the way that the prison business makes their money. Okay. So we're going to see. Now, this is my prediction. Like I said, I predict that the judge is going to ask for the maximum on everything. That's my prediction. I hope I'm proven wrong, but with all the social, political, and monetary benefits that are going to factor into this case, I do see the maximum being asked for. I do see Jonathan Major's team asking for the minimum, but I also understand that Jonathan Major's team has also appealed this case. Now, on what grounds that they're appealing this case, I am not sure. There's a lot of things that me as a layperson would think that there would be ways to appeal, but I don't know if the appeal process uh, honors what I think as a layperson. So it's all got to be with his trial. Does he appeal because of ineffective counsel? Does he appeal because he feels like the judge was biased against him? Does he appeal because the evidence shown was not, uh, or evidence entered in or information entered in caused for him to have a bias? And I'm thinking about the evidence of the 9/22/2022 uh, text messages and the Coretta Scott King tape versus the fact that there were texts and things that happened on that night that the totality of those texts were not entered in. So we will see. So the sentencing hearing is February 6, 2024. And we're going to see, I see that I've misspelled sentencing on here, so y'all forgive me. Okay. Charge it to my head and not my heart. All right. But what do y'all think? So I'm going to be releasing this. Now I'm giving my predictions in January. This video, I recorded in January and I'm releasing on September 4th. Excuse me, February 4th, 2024. So you all let me know. I'm giving you a day to figure out whether or not what your predictions are going to be on this case. Okay? Again, please hit that like button and support this channel. Please help me reach 3,000 subscribers. I really, really, really do appreciate it. At the sentencing, I think that this will probably be, unless he appeals, this will probably be uh, the last information that I'll be able to give on Jonathan Majors. Hopefully that he will take a few months off, 6 to 8 months off, if he's not been sentenced to a year in prison. a jail, prison, jail, whatever. He's going to be behind bars. At that point, I don't think it really matters. But if he's going to be sentenced or not, and again, we do support Jonathan Majors over here on this channel. We do believe he was railroaded. We do believe that there are a lot of powers at B, particularly with Miss Jabari, particularly with Miss Jabari and her family connections, being that they're lawyers, particularly being that who the Jabari family has been funneling money to, and all these little different things. I think that the jig was up for Jonathan in that point. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. If there's any information that's different from when I recorded this, I will definitely come back and talk about that. But I do think that the prosecution is going to want to throw the book at him. Hopefully, his defense team will be able to garner a deal where basically he would have probation for this offense and just be court ordered to stay away from Grace Jabari. But tell me what y'all think. All right. We do this every week, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, one more time, please help me get to a 3,000 subscribers. I will surely appreciate that. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I am over here making these videos, child. And as always, people, bye bye.